The family of the teenager who was arrested for bringing his controversial clock to school is demanding millions of dollars and an apology. Ahmed Mohamed's family hired a lawyer, a law firm in West Texas today, that sent demand letters threatening a lawsuit against the city of Irving and the Irving ISD. Fox 4's Phil Alvarado is in Irving right now with the details. Phil.
Steve, Irving and the school district both have released statements saying that they did receive those letters, but they're not commenting on the demands for a total of $15 million. Relatives say that would go a long way toward making repairs for thrusting the family into worldwide notoriety. From the meet and greet with President Obama to mingling with Google scientists, Ahmed Mohamed's clock-in-a-box incident turned the 14-year-old boy into a celebrity cause. His family left their home in Irving for Qatar.
Somebody label you as Bin Laden or you are with ISIS.
Relatives say they want to come home someday. But first, the family's attorneys have a list of demands. $10 million in damages from the city of Irving, another $5 million from Irving ISD. Ahmed's uncle says there's one more thing.
There is no apology. It's come from the city or from the police or from the mayor.
The uncle says Ahmed is still in the world spotlight over his arrest for a homemade clock he took to school to show off to his teacher. His lawyers say authorities in Irving only considered Ahmed dangerous because of his race and religion. Attorney Kelly Hollingsworth tells the city, let's face it, if Ahmed's clock were Jennifer's clock, and if the pencil case were ruby red bedazzled with a clear rhinestone skull and crossbones on the cover, this would never have happened.
Ahmed, he thinks that there is a burden is come on him because he's the one really, if this had not happened to him, they're not going to be there. They're not going to leave the great nation of the United States to go to a teeny place in the Middle East.
In the demand letter, the attorney writes, Ahmed's reputation in the global community is permanently scarred.
There has to be consequences.
Longtime family friend Anthony Bond says fixing that and allowing the family to feel safe to come home is what's really at stake.
But I'm not really too much interested in the money part. They can do whatever they need to do. But the corrective action needs to be taking place.
Now, if both Irving and the school district refuse those demand letters, then the attorneys say that they will file a lawsuit. Steve?
Yeah, Phil, usually when you demand $15 million, it's going to end up in court. That's a hard one for a school district to pay right up front. So what happens next? Any indication on that front from the city or the school district, what they're going to do next?
Yeah, even though Irving and the school district have released, initial statements that are pretty short, they do say that they are going to look it over and formulate a response. But you have to think that one of the first things they consider is, tort reform in Texas, exactly how much these government entities are liable for and for how much, if at all. And certainly that figure would be a long way from $15 million.
Okay, Phil Alvarado in Irving tonight. Thanks.